Alright, I wanted to demonstrate how to deal with a smaller, faster mech when you are a larger, slower mech. In game, when you're spectating someone, you always see them just full speed, straight on, trying to shoot the lighter mech as it passes in front of them, or trying to turn into them as they go by, and it's just not the way to do it. And I'll show you. The larger circle in the middle is the larger mech, and the smaller circle orbiting is the smaller mech. And right now the larger mech would be stationary, so the smaller mech can just circle it at an even pace all the way around. But as soon as you start moving, that circle changes and the path of the smaller mech changes. So let's say that the left side of the screen is the direction the larger mech will be moving forward. And we'll see what happens when it starts to move forward. And you start to see that the smaller mech's path changes. And then the time that the smaller mech is in front of you is shorter than it is when it's behind you. So it gets to shoot you in the back a lot more without you being able to do anything. And then it also gets a chance to just basically stop and keep shooting you in the back until you decide you want to turn around. And you don't want to do that. You want to try to keep the mech in front of you as much as you can. So let's switch the direction and say that the right side is your facing direction for forward, but we want to start moving backward. We want to put it in full reverse and be able to twist the torso from left to right. So we're going to throw it in reverse, and now you'll see that the smaller mech is in front of you more, because when you're going backward and he's going forward at this point right here, you're putting more distance between you and him. So then you can start looking to your right and shooting him and following him all the way around to the left, this whole area here. And then he's only behind you for a short time. And this way you can put more damage on him. He's putting less damage on you, at least in the back, where you don't have as much armor. And you're effectively defending yourself and making him go, it's not worth me taking all this damage to shoot him. So he's going to run off or he's going to die. That's basically how you deal with smaller mechs. Reverse. Do not turn your legs. Just use your torso. When he goes out of range behind you, you wait. You swing all the way over to the opposite direction. Wait for him to come back around. So right now, he's going to go to the top side here, out of view, come back in. Then you just follow him all the way around until he decides, or he gets to the point when you can't shoot at him anymore, and then switch back over to the other side and follow him again. And just keep doing this until he decides, I can't deal with the damage anymore and I need to move. Or he dies. Alright, I wanted to show this in Mechwarrior, but it's a little hard to have someone help you do this while there's a match going on and people are shooting at each other. So I'm in the testing ground, and obviously this guy's not going to go anywhere. So I'm going to be doing this at a little slower speed than I would normally do it in a match. But when he stopped like this, I can just move around him at any range I want and keep that orbit in that range. And then I could just flat out stop behind him. And then he can't really do anything. And I can maneuver myself every time he turns forward or backward and stay behind him. So if he was moving forward and I was orbiting him, what's going to happen is when I come across him like this, he's moving away from me now, and I'm moving away from him at the same time. So now I can just slow down, come up beside him and start shooting in the back while he's still moving away from me. But if he was moving backwards, when I was going forward like this now, he's pulling ground on me, and I gotta turn in, and he's just shooting me the whole time. So I'm just getting shot at now in the distances. And he's, at this point when we're going the same direction, I'm not going as fast. Or I'm not pulling as much distance as I could if he was going forward. So now I only have a shorter time behind him instead of that big long loop like I would get now. So if he was moving backward, my loop behind him would be smaller, and my loop in front of him would be a lot bigger.